If you want to be unstoppable, why aren't you doing this daily? If you want to be unstoppable, you need to understand why most people stay average. They ignore powerful daily habits and chase temporary motivation instead. It all comes down to daily discipline, because consistent small actions are what separate the unstoppable from the forgettable. Dreams without routines are dead, and waiting for one day only leads to procrastination. But here's the truth. Small wins build momentum. Your morning sets your entire day's tone, and no one is coming to save you. In this speech, you'll discover the unseen daily practice every great leader uses to keep winning. So listen closely, because this could change your life forever. Most people stay average not because they lack talent or intelligence, but because they fail to understand and commit to the power of daily habits. It's easy to get caught up in big dreams and inspiring moments, but true transformation happens quietly through consistent, small actions repeated day after day. The real reason many never break free from average is that they rely too much on motivation, which is fleeting, instead of creating systems and routines that drive lasting progress. Motivation is like a spark. It can ignite you briefly, but without fuel, it quickly dies out. What keeps the fire burning is discipline, the choice to show up and do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Unstoppable people understand this deeply. They know that the journey to greatness is not about occasional bursts of effort, but about steady, deliberate movement forward. Every successful person you admire has built their life on the foundation of daily discipline. They have learned to push past resistance, to keep going when it's uncomfortable, and to do the necessary work no matter how small or mundane it may seem. This daily consistency compounds over time, turning ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Meanwhile, those who wait for motivation or the right moment stay stuck because their progress depends on their feelings, which are unreliable and ever-changing. Many people confuse activity with achievement. They fill their days with busyness, hoping that constant motion will produce results. But busyness without purpose is just noise. Being truly unstoppable means having a clear direction and aligning your daily actions with that vision. It means developing habits that are so ingrained, they become automatic. Habits that fuel your growth, whether you're inspired or not. Without these, even the biggest dreams remain just ideas, never materializing into reality. Another reason people stay average is their attachment to comfort. Growth requires sacrifice and discomfort. It means doing things you'd rather avoid, waking up early, pushing through fatigue, saying no to distractions. Most people choose comfort because it feels easier, safer, and less demanding. But comfort zones are prisons that keep your potential locked away. Unstoppable individuals break free by choosing discomfort regularly, knowing that it's the price of progress. It's important to realize that you don't need a sudden life-changing event to become unstoppable. What you need is a life rhythm, a daily routine that aligns with your goals. This rhythm helps you build momentum, and momentum turns small victories into major achievements. You don't become unstoppable overnight. You become unstoppable because you refuse to quit day after day, because you commit to doing the right things consistently, no matter how you feel. Ultimately, the difference between average and unstoppable lies in how you treat your daily habits. Are you willing to guard your time and energy fiercely? Are you prepared to show up for yourself even when it's hard? The unstoppable are not superhuman. They're just disciplined humans who have chosen to make daily discipline their non-negotiable priority. Until you do the same, your dreams will stay just that. Dreams. Daily discipline is the cornerstone of unstoppable growth, yet it is the one element most people overlook or underestimate. Many chase big, dramatic breakthroughs or life-changing moments, hoping for sudden shifts that will propel them to success. But the truth is that unstoppable growth doesn't come from occasional efforts or grand gestures. It emerges quietly and steadily from what you do every single day. The small, consistent actions you take, even when no one is watching, are what shape your future and build your unstoppable momentum. When you examine the lives of those who have achieved extraordinary success, you quickly realize they don't rely on motivation or luck. Instead, they build systems and habits that ensure they move forward no matter the circumstances. They understand that talent or intelligence can only take you so far, but daily discipline turns potential into results. It is the daily repetition of focused, intentional actions that creates mastery over time. This mastery, in turn, makes a person unstoppable. The power of daily discipline lies in its compound effect. Just as money grows through compound interest, your efforts multiply when you consistently apply them. Each day's commitment adds a building block to your foundation. It might seem insignificant in the moment, a few extra minutes of practice, a small decision to stick to your plan, or a simple act of self-restraint, but these small choices accumulate and eventually lead to massive transformation. The problem is that many people want immediate gratification. They want to see results quickly and lose patience. The real battle for success and becoming unstoppable isn't fought where most people think it is. It's not on the stage, not in the spotlight, and not during moments of recognition or applause. The true battle is fought in the quiet, unseen moments when no one is watching. It's the daily internal struggle between giving in to comfort or pushing through discomfort, between surrendering to excuses or standing firm in commitment. Most people want success, but they want it without the fight. They want the glory without the grind. But unstoppable people understand that before the world sees their victory, they must first win in private. This unseen battle is often the hardest because it's a fight without external validation. When you're working toward a goal, the biggest challenges don't come from outside forces, but from inside yourself. Doubt creeps in. Fear whispers lies. The temptation to quit becomes louder in moments of solitude. It's when you are alone with your thoughts that the true test of your character is revealed. Will you stay consistent when it's inconvenient? Will you prioritize your purpose over your comfort? Will you keep going even when the results are invisible to everyone else? Many people fail because they give up before they ever reach this private battlefield, or they give in once they're there. They are motivated by applause and encouragement, but when the silence comes, they stop. Unstoppable individuals are different. They've learned to thrive in the quiet. They don't depend on external rewards or recognition to fuel their efforts. Instead, they develop an internal drive, a discipline so strong that it doesn't need an audience. They understand that success is crafted in the daily rituals that no one sees. The early mornings, the extra practice, the relentless focus when distractions try to pull them away. This unseen battle is also about choices. Every day you decide whether to invest in your future or settle for the status quo. Every day you decide whether to show up for your dreams or make excuses. The most successful people win this battle because they guard their time and energy fiercely. They eliminate distractions, protect their routines, and hold themselves accountable. They know that the difference between quitting and pushing through is often just a matter of moments. Those moments of resistance are where the foundation of unstoppable strength is built. Winning this unseen battle requires mindset. You must believe that what you do in private matters more than what anyone else sees. You must trust that the hard work, the sacrifice, and the discipline will pay off, even if the world doesn't acknowledge it immediately. The unseen battle is where character is forged, where resilience grows, and where unstoppable momentum begins. So if you want to be unstoppable, stop waiting for the crowd to cheer you on. Stop looking for instant validation. Instead, start winning the battles no one sees. Cultivate the discipline to show up when it's just you and your dreams, because this is where success really starts. In the silence, in the struggle, in the relentless commitment to never give up no matter what. Most people fail to become unstoppable because they underestimate the immense power of consistency. They believe that success comes from occasional bursts of effort, big leaps, or sudden breakthroughs. But the truth is, success is not built on what you do once in a while. It is built on what you do every single day. The most successful and unstoppable people understand this deeply. Small, consistent actions repeated daily create momentum that compounds into massive results over time. Consistency is what turns dreams into reality. It is the bridge between goals and achievement. Without it, even the most ambitious dreams remain just that: dreams. You can have all the talent, all the resources, and all the motivation in the world, but if you don't show up day after day, your progress will stall, and your potential will go unrealized. The world's most unstoppable individuals didn't become great because they had a lucky day or a sudden stroke of genius. They became great because they committed to the process, to the grind, and to the routine. One of the biggest traps that people fall into is waiting for perfect conditions or inspiration to strike before taking action. They tell themselves, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I'll do it when I feel ready." But the reality is, waiting only leads to wasted time and missed opportunities. Consistency means doing the work even when you don't feel like it, even when circumstances are less than ideal, and even when the results are not immediate or obvious. It means showing up, putting in effort, and trusting the process every day, no matter how small the steps may seem. Another reason consistency is so powerful is because it creates habits. Habits reduce the need for motivation and willpower by making progress automatic. When something becomes a habit, you don't have to debate with yourself or rely on your emotions to get it done. It simply becomes part of your daily routine. This is why the unstoppable don't depend on fleeting feelings. They depend on disciplined habits that keep them moving forward regardless of mood or situation. Consistency also builds confidence and momentum. Each small victory, each completed task adds to your belief that you are capable of more. Momentum is a powerful force. It propels you forward and makes the next step easier. Once you develop consistency, you create a positive feedback loop where progress fuels motivation, and motivation fuels more progress. Importantly, consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means commitment. There will be days when you stumble, days when you don't perform at your best, but the difference is that consistent people get back up immediately and keep going. They understand that the journey to becoming unstoppable is not about flawless execution, but about relentless persistence. In summary, consistency is the cornerstone of being unstoppable. It is the daily choice to act, the habit of showing up, and the unwavering commitment to keep moving forward even when progress feels slow or invisible. Without consistency, talent and potential are wasted. With it, even the loftiest dreams become achievable realities. If you want to be unstoppable, start by committing to one powerful action every day and never stop. One of the biggest reasons people never become truly unstoppable is because they fail to protect their time and energy from distractions and negative influences. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media notifications, endless entertainment, toxic relationships, and constant noise that pulls your focus away from what truly matters. If you want to be unstoppable, you must become ruthless in guarding your time and energy. Without this protection, even the strongest motivation and best plans will crumble. Time is your most valuable asset, yet most people treat it carelessly. They allow it to be stolen bit by bit through mindless scrolling, procrastination, and engaging in things that add no value to their goals. When you give your time away without intention, you slowly erode your ability to make meaningful progress. Unstoppable people see time as a sacred resource. They schedule it carefully, prioritize it fiercely, and defend it aggressively. They understand that every moment spent on distractions is a moment lost forever, one that can never be regained. Energy works hand in hand with time. If your energy is drained by negativity, poor habits, or unhealthy relationships, your ability to perform at your best will diminish. The unstoppable protect their energy by surrounding themselves with positive influences and cutting out what doesn't serve their purpose. This means saying no to toxic people who drain their enthusiasm and yes to people who inspire and uplift them. It also means managing their environment to minimize interruptions and focus on high-impact activities. Guarding your time and energy requires discipline and boundaries. It means learning to say no without guilt and recognizing that every commitment you make is a choice to invest your limited resources. Saying yes to everything is a fast track to burnout and mediocrity. The unstoppable know their limits and set boundaries that preserve their focus and well-being. They create routines and environments that support productivity, such as designated work times, distraction-free zones, and deliberate breaks to recharge. Another critical part of protecting your time and energy is managing your mind. Negative self-talk, doubts, and fears are internal distractions that can sabotage your progress. The unstoppable cultivate mental discipline by practicing mindfulness, affirmations, or other techniques that keep their focus sharp and their mindset positive. They train themselves to recognize and redirect destructive thoughts, which helps maintain their drive and resilience, even in challenging moments. It's also essential to eliminate low-value activities. Most people waste hours on things that neither enrich their lives nor move them closer to their goals. This might include binge-watching shows, endlessly checking social media, or engaging in gossip. Unstoppable people ruthlessly evaluate how they spend their time and cut out anything that doesn't add value. They replace time wasters with activities that grow their skills, health, relationships, or mindset. In the end, becoming unstoppable is as much about what you remove from your life as what you add. By protecting your time and energy, you build a foundation of focus, strength, and clarity. This foundation allows you to pursue your goals with relentless commitment and resilience. Without this protection, even the most passionate efforts are scattered and unsustainable. If you want to be unstoppable, start guarding your time and energy like the precious resources they are, because they are the fuel that powers your journey to greatness. Many people fail to realize that becoming unstoppable is not about sudden bursts of genius or miraculous breakthroughs. It's about mastering the small decisions and choices you make every single day. These seemingly insignificant moments, repeated consistently, shape your destiny far more than grand gestures ever could. The unstoppable understand that their future is crafted in the present through deliberate, conscious choices, and they refuse to leave their success to chance or external circumstances. Each day presents countless decisions, from how you spend your time, what you focus on, who you surround yourself with, to how you respond to challenges. Most people drift through these choices unconsciously, allowing habits, distractions, and external pressures to dictate their actions. This lack of awareness leads to wasted potential and stalled progress. The difference with unstoppable individuals is that they become fiercely intentional with their daily choices. They know that every choice is a step either toward their goals or away from them, and they choose wisely. One of the key reasons people don't become unstoppable is because they underestimate the power of choice. They believe that success depends on external factors, luck, opportunity, talent, when in reality it depends heavily on how they navigate the choices in front of them. Every time you decide to get up early instead of sleeping in, to practice instead of procrastinating, to speak kindly instead of reacting with anger, you are exercising your power to shape your life. The unstoppable make these choices consistently, even when no one else is watching, because they understand that this is where true power lies. This focus on choice also means embracing responsibility. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck when things don't go your way, but unstoppable people refuse to live as victims of their environment. They take full responsibility for their decisions and outcomes, recognizing that while they can't control everything, they always control how they respond. This mindset shift transforms challenges into opportunities and obstacles into stepping stones. Moreover, the quality of your choices is influenced by your values and vision. Unstoppable people clarify what matters most to them. They define their purpose, set clear goals, and align their daily decisions with that vision. This alignment creates a powerful internal compass that guides their actions. When faced with distractions or temptations, their vision helps them say no to short-term gratification and yes to long-term growth. Without this clarity, people are easily swayed by momentary desires or pressures, leading them off course. Another critical aspect of daily choices is the willingness to prioritize growth and discomfort. The path to becoming unstoppable often requires choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. It means embracing challenges, learning from failure, and stepping outside of comfort zones repeatedly. These choices build resilience and strength. Unstoppable people don't avoid discomfort. They seek it as the necessary fuel for progress. It's also important to realize that these choices build momentum. Each positive decision compounds, making the next positive choice easier. On the other hand, poor choices create friction, making progress harder and draining motivation. This is why cultivating a habit of making empowered, intentional choices every day is essential. The unstoppable develop the discipline to consistently choose actions that serve their higher purpose. Knowing that success is the sum of these daily decisions. Lastly, being intentional about choice empowers you to reclaim control over your life. Instead of drifting aimlessly or reacting passively to circumstances, you become the active creator of your reality. This sense of control fuels confidence and motivation, reinforcing the unstoppable mindset. You learn to trust yourself, knowing that your future is in your hands, shaped moment by the choices you make. In conclusion, if you want to be unstoppable, start by mastering your daily choices. Recognize their power and take responsibility for them. Align your choices with your values and vision. Embrace growth and build momentum through consistent, intentional action. The path to greatness isn't paved by luck or chance. It's paved by the small but powerful decisions you make every single day. One of the most overlooked secrets to becoming truly unstoppable is the power of mindset and how you choose to think about your journey, your challenges, and yourself. Your mindset is the invisible force that shapes every decision, action, and outcome in your life. Without the right mindset, even the best strategies, plans, and talents will fall short. The unstoppable understand that mindset is not something you are born with. It is something you cultivate daily, consciously and deliberately, to build resilience, confidence, and unwavering determination. At the core of an unstoppable mindset is the belief that your circumstances do not define you, and that failure is not the end but a vital part of the process. Many people get stuck because they see setbacks as signs that they are not good enough, that they lack the ability, or that their dreams are out of reach. This fixed mindset traps them in fear, doubt, and inaction. The unstoppable, however, adopt a growth mindset. They understand that every failure, every mistake is feedback, an opportunity to learn, adapt, and become stronger. They see challenges as temporary obstacles, not permanent barriers. This mindset fuels perseverance. When faced with difficulties, instead of giving up or retreating, the unstoppable dig deeper. They remind themselves why they started, what they are fighting for, and they keep pushing forward. This kind of mental toughness is developed over time through deliberate practice, training your mind to stay focused and positive even in the darkest moments. It means refusing to let fear, self-doubt, or negative self-talk control your action. Instead, you choose empowering thoughts that support your vision and your goals. Another vital element of the unstoppable mindset is clarity of purpose. When you know your why, your deeper reason for pursuing a goal, it gives you the emotional fuel to keep going when things get tough. Without purpose, motivation fades quickly. But with purpose, you build an inner fire that keeps you moving forward even when external motivation wanes. This clarity helps you make better decisions because you can weigh every choice against your ultimate mission and values. The unstoppable mindset also includes the ability to manage your emotions and maintain emotional stability. Life will throw curveballs, stress, disappointment, rejection, and your ability to respond rather than react determines your trajectory. Emotional intelligence becomes crucial. When you cultivate awareness of your feelings, you can prevent negative emotions from hijacking your focus and energy. Instead, you channel those emotions into constructive action. This control creates calmness under pressure, an essential trait for anyone striving to be unstoppable. In addition to managing emotions, the unstoppable mindset embraces adaptability and flexibility. The path to success is rarely a straight line. Plans will change, new challenges will arise, and sometimes you must pivot or adjust your approach. Those who are rigid in their thinking or resistant to change are often derailed. Unstoppable individuals remain open-minded and willing to learn new things, shift strategies, and innovate. They view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and improvement. Self-discipline is another cornerstone of the unstoppable mindset. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. This internal control ensures you keep your commitments to yourself regardless of distractions, temptations, or temporary feelings of discomfort. Discipline builds momentum and creates trust between you and your goals, reinforcing your belief that you can achieve what you set out to do. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is also part of cultivating an unstoppable mindset. The thoughts you entertain, the people you associate with, and the media you consume all shape your beliefs and attitudes. Unstoppable individuals are intentional about their environment. They seek out mentors, positive role models, and supportive communities that uplift and inspire them. They distance themselves from negativity, doubt, and toxic influences that can erode their confidence and focus. Finally, an unstoppable mindset is rooted in gratitude and self-compassion. Many people get caught up in perfectionism or harsh self-criticism, which leads to burnout and discouragement. Instead, the unstoppable practice celebrating progress, no matter how small, and treating themselves with kindness during setbacks. This positive inner dialogue nurtures resilience and sustains long-term motivation. In summary, becoming unstoppable is not just about external actions. It's about cultivating the internal foundation of a powerful, resilient mindset. This mindset embraces growth, purpose, emotional mastery, adaptability, discipline, and positive influences. It allows you to face challenges with confidence, recover from failures with wisdom, and persist through obstacles with unwavering determination. If you want to be unstoppable, start by training your mind every day. Your mindset is the engine that drives your journey, and when it is strong, nothing can stand in your way.